guys, Spring Flower here, and welcome to Spring's Little Flower Buds Nursery. And I'm here with your little niece, little Miss Rhea. Say hi. I am going to give her her first bottle feed, I think, well, on camera. And just go in these little tiny bottles. And can I get that in your mouth, baby? Yes, there you go. You hungry? She said she's hungry, guys. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to come today and have a quick discussion while I feed my little baby. And it's about purchasing dolls, and especially purchasing, going for those high-end dolls and silicone dolls and stuff like that, and you know what it entails. So I'm coming to you, from my own personal experience. I was able to get this little girl because I put her on a layaway plan for a year, and I was able to get her. Like I had mentioned when I did the box opening, I did have a bit of slight hiccups, but I did end up paying this baby off in the required time. I started the layaway plan in August, and I finished the layaway plan in August. She was fully paid off by this year, August. I started 2019, and in 2020, I was fully paid off, and I was thankful for that. So I'm saying that to say, throughout the year of making payments, I did miss a month or two because, of course, COVID hit and all sorts of things happened. But the Door Connection store, the people there, Ann and Randy, they worked along with me, and I was able to catch up, and I was able to, have the door paid off within that year, which I'm so grateful. So that worked out so perfectly. So I thought, okay, I could do this layaway plan stuff, I can do this. So then, of course, I commissioned another baby just this year to get made, and I'm so excited because it's such a beautiful, beautiful baby doll. And I was, another silicone, and she comes with all the bells and whistles. That means, like, armature, so her arms will be able to move up and down, and she had a drinking rat system and all that kind of stuff. Really beautiful doll. But I found myself back in a situation where I missed a couple of payments, so of course I'm having a discussion and everything with the artist, and it's just difficult. So I had to pull back from the layaway now. I had to make an executive decision, even though it's like, I don't want to do this, but I have to, because for me, I did not want to hold up the artist. She has a certain way of doing things when it comes to her layaway plans, which I completely understand, And I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able, I had to realize, okay, I'm not going to be able to do this layaway plan. I'm not, as much as I want to, because it's just, at the moment, 2020 has been one hectic year. And it's just been an up and down situation when it comes to money. One minute you have it, next minute you don't. And then of course you have your real life obligations that you have to take care of, And even though when I started the layaway plan, I in my head, the way I had it worked out, I thought that, okay, yes, I could do this. The payments weren't that high, but it was a considerable amount every month that I had to pay. And I found myself, not being able to do it. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I had to unfortunately pull out of that. And I'm only sharing because these things can happen sometimes when it comes to buying dolls, and you have to be willing and ready to just cut your losses, If you go into contract with somebody and it doesn't work out, and you might appear to lose something into the doll, you might have to, because people have different stipulations, so you might have to just cut your losses and keep it pushing. So that's how it is for me, and I'm just sharing because it's just something to think about. I now know that when it comes to a higher end doll, I'm gonna do what I had in mind to do in the beginning, where I was saving money, just saving as much money as I can, getting a desired amount together, and then looking for that silicone baby with all the bells and whistles. My ultimate dream baby is to get my hands on Claire Taylor doll, really, because I find that her dolls, the caliber of her dolls are spectacular, and I would love to have one in my collection. I really honestly would, so but in the meantime, I was looking at other dolls and other doll options and everything like that, and I love this little girl right here. She is Sorry by Tasha Edonholm, and I bought her from the Doll Connection store, and she was just fabulous. I love her. She's a beautiful, beautiful doll. But as a collector, I really do want to experience a doll that has all the bells and whistles. I really do. So I've decided that when it comes to trying to get a baby like that, I'm going to have to just save my money. I'm just going to have to keep saving up my money to the best of my ability. And if and when I'm able to get a doll like that, then I'll go for it again. So yes, we have to be really careful when we're buying dolls and stuff and what we're getting into and things like that, and this was a situation where I'd have been paying for that doll until 2022, and that's a serious commitment. Really, it really honestly is, because you never know how life's going to change, and how your finances are going to change, and finances could change at the snap of a finger. And that's why I know a lot of people decide when they want to get different dolls, they would sell a doll, or sell a couple of dolls to get to other dolls. But right now in my collection, I have no desire to sell not one of my babies at this time. Like, I have no desire. None of these as I'm looking around my collection right now, none of these babies for me at the moment are replaceable. None of them. Like, I can't say, oh well, I'll sell Kiki and then I'll get a battle doll. I don't feel that way. Like, because I love all my dolls, from the cheapest little ones in her to the most expensive ones in her. I love them all, and they're irreplaceable at the moment. So that's why I was trying to just buy my dolls, buy a layaway and stuff like that. But my collection right now, I really love it. And of course, you guys know I'm enjoying my full body silicone. I'm really enjoying her. She's a beautiful, beautiful doll. So I'm going to continue to enjoy her. And I'm just going to continue to build my dolly fund. I'm just going to have to continue to build my dolly fund and do it that way, So it's options, it's options out there. And I'm very thankful for all doll artists that do layaway plans, because when they do work out, they work out really well. But sometimes it could be an inconvenience on both sides, on the doll collector side and the doll artist side, but like I said, I'm very grateful for it. I was grateful for the opportunity to be able to almost almost get that baby, but it's just not gonna work, not at this time. These times are so unpredictable, and oh my gosh, the waves and the crashing is just, 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down. And that's how 2020 is pretty much being. 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down. Hold on 1 second, guys. So I'm back, me and my little Miss Ray of Sunshine. For those of you that may not know, this is Kelsey Ray of Sunshine, my first full body silicone in my collection. I love her so much. But yes, as I was saying, sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down, especially when it comes to finances. And unfortunately, I'm more down than up right now. And my money has to be really placed strategically. And if I'm not placing this money strategically, it all falls apart. Like, even yesterday I did a little haul, got a couple of items for this little girl, but I had to really meticulously now, and I'm not used to that. I just usually just spend money, but I have to meticulously now calculate, what's what, and it's understandable. It's been a lot of job losses, slowing down. COVID has really done a number in 2021, people, and my household is not exempt to that. It's not exempt to it at all, and yeah, man. So it's unfortunate, but I just wanted to share because things happen, and we just have to figure out other ways, and be understanding from all sides of the coin and all sides of the table. We have to be very, very understanding. So now where I'm at, doll collector is part of my life. That's not going to go anywhere, but it's just going to be a little different now. I will, even for when I get my, if I want to get another vinyl doll, another reborn doll, whatever, I'm going to, create my dolly fund and just have my dolly fund and raise my money. So if I see a doll that costs $800, I need to be able to have the $800 up front and pay for my baby doll. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with this whole situation now. Like, I'm not going to do any more layaways and stuff. I have, and I'm saying all this because I had to sit down and really think about everything and look around my collection and it's a beautiful collection. I'm very blessed to have it. I feel so grateful. And now I have everything in my collection. You know, I do have everything that I could want in my collection. Everything else is like just overkill at this point, because realistically I have everything that I could want. You know, I have a full body silicone, I have a partial body silicone, you know, I have a sleeper, I even have a doll kit, you know, a doll kit, a doll sculptor that I could send to get painted out. I have my toddler dolls, I have my masterpiece style dolls that I got from Ashton Drake Galleries. I have vintage dolls. I have a doll from my grandma's collection. I have a doll from my sister's collection. I have, it's really cool. When I really sit down and think about it, I'm very grateful when I look around my doll room and see all my dolls. I have tiny dolls. I have a porcelain doll over there. I have a Barbie doll over there. You know, so anything else that's coming into this collection at this moment in time, I'm not sitting here saying, even though I'm calling off stuff, I'm not saying I'm never going to collect again, or, you know, that I'm you know, I'm never going to buy another doll. Of course I'm going to buy another doll at some point, but it's just the way that I'm going to go about doing it now, because it's some artists out there that I really want a doll from. Like, I really want a doll from Serenity Smith. Her dolls are beautiful. I really want a doll from Teresa of Baby Steps Reborn Treasure. Now I want those because of the artists. I'm going into that now. I want those because of the artists. Like, I love Miss Serenity Smith's work, so I would love to earn one of her dolls one day. I love Teresa from Baby Steps Reborn Treasures work, so I would love to earn one of her dolls one day. And I love I think she's named Leanne Smith of Fleur Baby, or Fleur Bebe. I think her dolls are absolutely beautiful, and I would love to have one of hers in my collection. I already mentioned that I really would love to have a Claire Taylor in my collection one day. And yeah, those are the people off the top of my head that I could really think of, you know, that I would love, like really love to have in my collection for real. So what I'm going to do from this point on for me is I'm just going to, you know, I have my sights set on certain things, and I'm just going to continue to save my money and have my doll fund and go from there. And, you know, when I see opportunities arise for me and I have the money to get what I want, and that's what I'm gonna do, guys. And in the meantime, I want a little doll fix. You know, I got a little doll fix right down here in this Dolly nursery full of dolls, right? You know what I mean? That's how it is, you know. And I'm just sharing because, you know, all of us as new people that's coming into this hobby, you know, that need to understand, you know, what it takes, especially when you're ready to buy real reborn dolls from real artists. It's not cheap. It's not a cheap hobby. Or real silicone dolls, you know, it's just not cheap. It's very expensive. It's a very expensive hobby. You know, it's a beautiful hobby. It's a wonderful hobby, but it's very expensive. And when you think about it, most hobbies are pretty expensive. There's not too many that are not. Even if you get down into coin collecting and stamp collecting and baseball card collecting, the rarer the item is, the more money it will cost, you know. Or, you know, with artists, the more renowned the artist is, the more an item will cost. But in the meantime, there are many other artists out here that, you know, do the same thing. They might not have that name, but like Tasha, I think Tasha's doll is pretty and she's beautiful, and I would recommend this doll to anyone, you know, that's looking to have a go at having a full body silicone doll, you know, for a relatively affordable price, you know. And even her, she's pretty expensive for a doll. When you think about it, she's expensive for a doll, you know. So yeah, guys, I just want to come and share that and just have a little chat about it. And I will always share the things that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna do my Dolly fund, you know. I mean, I took out of my little change to go ahead and put a doll on Layaway, but that's not a loss to me, you know. It's a loss. And no, I'm not worrying about that anymore. I'm just gonna restart my Dolly fund again and just save my money, you know. And if ever I decide to sell any of these babies in this collection, then that money will go to my Dolly fund. But as it stands right now, these babies ain't getting nowhere. I had one doll in my mind that I wanted to sell, you know, that I can't even say wanted to, that I thought about selling, and I picked her up and I'm like, I could do a good box opening for you and blah, blah, blah. I could probably get this much because you're a beautiful doll and everything. But I'm like, nah, I'm not ready to part with you. I'm just not ready. And I know I'll be one of those type of dolly mamas that if I part with a doll that I'm not ready to part with, I'm going to regret it. I'm going to be like, I wish I never sold that doll. I would much rather come down here. I don't care if I don't play with you for 6 months. I still want to come down here and see you in my nursery because you're mine. And I want to see you in my nursery. So yeah, guys, this is where I'm at. And 2020 has taught me that I can't do layaways at the moment. Not right now. I can't do no layaways. I kind of jumped the gun on it. And I'm going to save my money, you know, and that's just something that I encourage most of us to do if we can. You know, you see something you like or you have an idea what you want to spend, save your money towards it, and then go from there. And keep looking in the interim, because I just saw one of my dolly friends up on YouTube sharing a doll that she found the doll on eBay, and it's a real reborn doll. I think she paid like $250 for it or something like that. And guess what, you guys? That doll is so pretty. It was a pretty doll. Pretty. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you got a deal. And sometimes stuff like that happens. Stuff like that happens. That's how I feel about my Camilla right here behind me. That's how I feel about her. You know, she came up on sale from one of my dolly friends, and I got an excellent deal on this beautiful toddler girl. She's a lovely doll. And oh, I'm so happy I'm able to get her, you know. And a couple of my other dolls that I got bought from people, you know, I feel thankful. So you never know what could come up in the interim. But yeah, so just always think really hard before you do stuff. Make sure you got everything laid out. Realize that circumstances do change. And yeah, go from there. So I just wanted to share, guys, about, you know, buying dolls and stuff, and, you know, how I go about doing it. Kiki, when I first got Kiki, you know, that's the most money I ever spent on any type of doll, you know. And but I thought she was so worth it. So that's not my problem. If I think the doll is worth it, then I'm going for it. But I was able to get her, you know, via Layaway, and a couple of my dolls in her I was able to buy via Layaway. But this year, I knew that from now on, I'm not really going to be able to do layaways unless things really, really change. So I'm not going to really do any layaways. I'm making a decision not to do that for me and to just save up my money. Say if I see a doll that costs $1,000, I'm going to save up $1,000 and then look for a doll. That's how it's going to go from now on. I'm going to save up so many dollars and then look for a doll. And when it comes to my higher caliber dolls that I'm trying to get, I'm just going to keep saving towards them, you know, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. But yes, in the meantime, guys, I'm going to enjoy this beautiful baby girl that I have here. Look how cute she looks in her outfit, you guys. Oh, this little girl, I love her so much. Look how cute she looks in this outfit. Say, I look so cute. Yes, you do, girl. You just look so precious in this outfit. Yes, you do, like a little elfie, especially with that little hat on. Look at the little elf. She is such a little elfie baby. Oh, I love her so much. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this little elfie baby along with all my other dolls here in this collection. And I'm going to continue to enjoy and have fun in this hobby. And yeah, sometimes you're going to come across some hiccups. You know, sometimes you're going to come across some hiccups when it comes to buying and when it comes to selling and all of that stuff. Sometimes you're going to come across a little bit of hiccups, and that's okay. You know, life definitely will go on. Life definitely will go on. I feel personally, you know, why it may be a slight inconvenience. The inconvenience is not that big because when you look at it, I don't have the doll. The doll artist hasn't taken no type of loss. You know what I mean? I don't even know if the doll's not even made yet. I would have been getting it in 2022. So, you know, it's no real loss for her. It's no real loss for me because I'm, you know, taking the reins taking the reins and realizing, okay, I put a little investment into it. I lost the investment. It's almost like investing money sometimes and you lose, you know. I lost the investment, and that's that. That's how that's going to go, you know, that's that. And I'm glad it wasn't like, you know, a gigantic, it's a significant enough amount, but it weren't so gigantic where it's like, oh my God, you know, it's not like that. So, Yeah, and life's gonna go on, you guys. So right now, I'm gonna be content with her, content with all my babies, and then I'm gonna go from there. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to share, a little bit about that and about buying dolls and doing layaways and stuff like that, and to tell everybody go in with caution, do everything with caution when it comes to being in this hobby, because it's like I said, it's just expensive. We have to just be real careful about everything. When making decisions to buy and who we're buying from and doing layaways. Is things you gotta really think about and not really do too much things just on a whim, because circumstances change. And a lot of people have been scammed and all kinds of stuff, but scammers are here in our situation. This ain't about scamming at all. This is about, circumstances changing. When your circumstance, I don't know what I'm going to title this. When your circumstances change, when you're trying to buy a doll, something like that, and that's basically what happened here. My circumstance has changed, and yeah, but life's gonna go on. All right, Dolly family, that's it for me today. Let me see if I can do a thumbnail. I don't know what I got just now, guys. But yeah, that's it for me today. I love you, Dolly family. And remember, it's your dolls your way. Bye-bye.